Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about Nintendo's E3. I'm talking about Nintendo specifically just because I just didn't watch any of the other ones. I heard I really didn't miss out from Bethesda's E3, and Sony's was just non-existent. And with Microsoft, they just really didn't show off anything that I was personally interested in. They showed off Cyberpunk 2077, which looks really cool. I'm really excited for that game. And then they also talked about Xbox Scarlet, which I'm a little bit nervous for because it's supposed to come on next year and they still haven't shown off anything from the system. But that's okay, it's whatever. To get into Nintendo's E3, one thing I'm going to bring up is that there was just a lot of it I personally just wasn't interested in, which is okay. It's not Nintendo's fault that, one person wasn't interested in something, and they shouldn't try to appeal to specifically me. But you get the idea. I'm only talking about the stuff that I was personally interested in. A lot of stuff I wasn't really interested in was just kind of like the RPG anime kind of games, if you get the idea. So let's start off with the first thing I was super interested in. Luigis Mansion. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. Luigis Mansion looks so awesome. Well, Luigis Mansion 3, but you get the idea. The story is nothing special, but it's better than the first two games. It's more like an elaboration on it, and that's what I like about it. I also like the mechanic of how you have to find the buttons to progress through the hotel. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if you're going to find them in order, if you're going to find them in just, random ways. I guess we'll have to find out. They might have talked about it in Treehouse, but I don't remember. So, they also brought back Portrait Ghosts. That's really cool. I know they're technically just character ghosts, but you get the idea. That's still really cool. What's it called? Talk about a little bit of gameplay. The smashing mechanic looks really cool. The way, you can suck up a ghost and then you smash them around, and you can also use that to damage other ghosts, is really cool. One thing I'm a little bit nervous about, not really nervous about, but what I'm just wondering, is that can you use the smashing thing to kill other ghosts, or will there be a certain point where you can't damage them anymore, and then you just have to just suck them up? I guess we'll have to find out. What's it called? So after that, bit of a stutter there, and I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Anyways, the plunger thing looks pretty cool, the way you can, suck things up and then smash those. That's probably gonna, I don't know, you see, we're kind of already doing that in the game, how you, just suck things up, but I guess now this will be for, bigger objects and stuff like that. Also, Luigi looks really cool. I know they already had Luigi in the remake of Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS, but now he's playing a bigger role because now he's not just the guy you play when you want to play second player. He's also his own thing that you need to use to progress through the game. So that's really cool. They're also bringing back Scare Scraper. That's awesome, because Scare Scraper in Dark Moon was awesome. So I'm very, very excited for that. All in all, I'm very excited for Luigi's Mansion 3. I've always loved the Luigi's Mansion series. The first one is probably my favorite. Talk about that in another video, hint, hint. What's it called? One thing I'm a little bit nervous about is that they still gave the same release window, just 2019. I don't know. That's a little bit nerve-wracking, but that's okay. As long as it comes out this year, hopefully during Halloween, I'll be fine with it. Heck, maybe just October, I'll be fine with it. Next up, they showed off Link's Awakening. That game looks really cool. I never played the original Link's Awakening, but from what it seems, this game's going to be pretty awesome. The dungeon mechanic of how you can set up your own dungeons, that looks really cool. The art style also looks awesome. I really like the way that the game looks. The game looks really pretty, but also looks kind of like a toy in a way. So I really like the way that it looks. It looks really cool. What's it called? What's what I'm thinking of? So that was about it for that. They also showed off Cadence of Hyrule. That game looks really cool. I know it already came out, so I could tend to go play it right now, but just between you and me, I don't got money, so I can't play it. But that's okay. Anyways, next up, they showed off Animal Crossing. It's hard not to be disappointed that it's coming out in 2020 now instead of 2019, and not just like January 3rd, 2020. It's like March 20th, 2020. So that's a little bit sad, but it's whatever. You know what I mean? Now we have an official release date. We at least now we at least know when it's coming out. So that's all good. What's it called? What's what I'm thinking of? So, Animal Crossing. They showed off a lot of the gameplay mechanics in the game. The crafting system looks really cool. I'm really happy that Minecraft Animal Crossing did a crossover to make a new game. I really hope that Steve shows up at some point. I don't know if he will or not, but hopefully he does. One thing that you need to wonder is kind of like, what's it called? Are you going to be building your own town, or will you just be building certain parts of the town? Like, basically, like, will people, like will you build houses for other people, or will other people come and build their own houses? It's just a huge thing that you kind of just have to wonder about. So, I guess we'll just have to just wait to find out. But yeah, New Horizons looks really cool, so I'm pretty excited for that. They also showed off a whole bunch of games that are just coming out in 2019. I thought I wouldn't be interested in it at first, but then the first game they showed off was Spyro, and I was like, okay, I'm interested in this now. Oh, I forgot to talk about some things. Daemon X Machina. That looks really cool. Daemon X Machina looks really awesome. I don't know anything about... I don't know if this is part of like a series or something, but the game looks really cool. The way that the game works and stuff like that. The flying around on everything, that looks really cool. No More Heroes 3. I never played any of the No More Heroes games, but it looks really cool. I like the dumb jokes that they're making. I'm down with it. It's just the game just looks really cool. That's all I'm going to say. The game looks amazing. What's it called? Then they showed off Breath of the Wild 2. Breath of the Wild 2. I knew they were making the game. Everyone kind of just knew they were going to make it. They'd be stupid to just throw it all away. But I don't think we were expecting what we got. This huge, dark, and scary trailer. We don't know anything about the game, and yet we're so excited for it. Because we know it's going to be awesome just from what we've seen. So the game will probably be similar to, or at least in the way that the way that the games work, it'll probably be similar to Majora's Mask. So that's really, really cool. That'll be awesome to see that. One thing I need to wonder though is, are they going to use the same overworld, or is there going to be like a different overworld now that we're going to play in? Or is it going to be the same overworld, but now it's going to be different. Like now it's going to be ruined or something like that. Again, I guess we can't know until we find out. What's it called? And yeah, there's also no release date for it. They kind of just said, we're developing it, and we're like, well, okay, I guess that it probably won't come out until 2021, because usually Nintendo always says it's in development when it's coming out 2 years later. That's just usually their thing. But yeah, after that was kind of it. They really didn't do anything too groundbreaking or anything too exciting or anything that was like really cool or awesome or anything that was like, wow, I didn't think that was ever going to happen. No, they really didn't do anything like that. Except, oh yeah, Banjo Kazooie is coming to Smash now. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Yeah, you have to realize something. when you see that Jiggy hop across the floor, your mind probably didn't comprehend the fact that there was a Jiggy hopping across the floor in a Nintendo Direct. You were like, no, 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 this is not happening. This could not be happening. And then when I saw Kazooie's wings come up, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a thing now. It just looks so awesome. I'm really excited for them to come to Smash because it's a thing we've always wanted for so long, but we never thought would happen because, they're owned by Microsoft. But Microsoft was always like, hey, Nintendo, if you want to use the Banjo Kazooie IP, you could. And Nintendo was like, well, we'd be pretty down with that, but they never really sealed the deal, if you can see what I'm saying. What's it called? But now to see that they're finally going to do this is just really awesome. Also, one thing I'm also kind of wondering is a new Banjo game coming? Because now Banjo and Kazooie have a new style, which is really weird. Because I get it, it could just be Nintendo just reworking the original Banjo Kazooie style, but it's really weird they just have a new style. So is it possible that maybe Rare is working on a new Banjo game? It's always been rumored. It's been rumored for a while. I know it's called Rare is working on a new Banjo and a new Conker game. But there's really only one way to find out. So I guess that we'll just have to wait around and see. The game they look really cool now. I really hope they're making a new Banjo game, but even if they're not, whatever. We have Banjo and Smash. So yeah, those are my personal opinions on Nintendo's E3. Thank you for watching, and adios.